everybody, and welcome back to another blind commentary of Samurai Jack Season 2 Episode 8. As per usual, there's the outro. Yeah. Well, this is quite the hyped up series. Since the trailer for Season 5, which is upcoming in the near future, I suppose, since that dropped, there's been quite a lot of hype for this show, and that's pretty good. I like it's so far it has been pretty good, but I wonder exactly, like, it hasn't had anything really remarkable, anything really astounding, or just something striking that really stuck out to me. So that certainly there has to be a moment that really sticks out to everyone's mind from the show. Otherwise, it kind of feels odd, because it's not a bad show, of course, it's a fantastic show, but it is just consistently good, you know, so I just wonder about that. But that being said, let's just get on with the show proper. Yeah, no, immediately pausing, because there's a little point here that I want to point out, and the little thing that I want to point out, and that is the fact that it's reinforcing the idea that Jack is surviving out in the nature, and from there, shall we say, fruits of nature. So that's just a lovely little theme. I know I have said it already, but I just want to keep reinforcing that. It's good that they reinforce that idea.
But I'm not poor. Look at my necklace. That's genuine fox tooth, that is.
You are lucky.
Well, that's rather off-putting and unexpected. Still, that's rather fine, but it's really quite odd. But I still quite like that little joke there.
Of course I'm alive, but that's no...
That certainly seems to be rather unhealthy. I wonder what kind of gas that actually is, because it seems to be at the very least causing involuntary spasms at the very least, and coughing. So it could be some kind of strange strand of spinach gas. Yeah, not the literal spinach gas from our world, but you know, something comparable to that. It seems like, I wonder if it is an actual chemical weapon that's being used, or if it's just an off product. If it's just a side product of some other machination. Probably an off side product. Is that gas really alive? It really does look like it's a living being, not only because Jack slashed it. That's actually, slashing it does kind of make sense for a way to part it, but especially with a magic sword, though we've never seen its magic actually do anything other than being able to harm Aku, so. But if that could be just a gas creature, and that would not be outside the realm of possibility, you know. I also do like that this episode is at the very least taking a more biological weapon themed theming for it, and that's completely fine. It's different. That's the point. It's good, and that it's different. Wait, can he actually breathe through that mask? If he actually can, I mean, it's not unimaginable to be able to breathe through that, but does it actually work as a complete filtration system for that noxious gas? That actually might mean that it is an actually living being, and it maybe has some microscopic creatures living in it that are reasonably filtered by that mask. I'm just theorizing. It's potentially possible. And that would explain the sickness quite easily. No, never mind. Jack is also getting sick even then.
I was simply wondering how you...
She has no nose.
Never mind.
So it really is only something that goes through the nose. Which is odd. then it must get to the mucous membrane. So actually, it's like, so it isn't actually like it probably isn't anything inhaled, but rather when it sticks close to your nose, and maybe. There's just reasons why some things might be affecting only through the nose instead of also through the mouth, but I just can't exactly reason what. Actually, I can reason, but it's kind of hard to explain.
A customer! Top of the morning to you.
Okay, that's just really off-putting joke. That's really quite a non sequitur joke. I wonder if that's gonna come into play. Probably. That wizard might come into play, but damn, that joke is kinda hilarious.
Want some pickled camel feet?
No, thank you.
Splatter. It'll help you breathe up there in those fumes.
That actually could make sense. Could. I mean, that doesn't... I mean, actually, now that I think about it, bladders have been used for a lot of purposes in the past, at the very least, but as a breathing device, as a breathing filtration system, can't... Well, actually, it might be possible, so... But I can't at the very least recall anything like that.
Place it over your head like this and breathe calmly. It will take you to the dragon's lair.
Where will the other one take me?
Space Ace!
Okay. By the way, something that I haven't yet noted, I love how this is a bit more older style of, like, a very fantastical setting, and they are now going for a very older style of story, instead of the more modern that the show was quite started out with. So, that's completely fine, because the setting allows for it, but it's just really odd that they started... Well, not even odd, it's just kind of funny to think about. The show that you have, that the samurai being slung to the future is now breathing through a sheep's bladder, stomach, bladder, whatever. It's just kind of funny to think about. Oh, he tore the wing off the moth. That's kind of mean. I wonder how he could have climbed with that while trying to breathe to that that bladder. That could have been quite painful, if possible at all. Is it a robot? It could be.
No, wait. You don't understand.
I'm actually kind of surprised that Jack actually immediately went for the violence option there. Usually he's a bit more calm and friendly than that. But, you know, it's understandable. But still, that's a bit odd.
There's something inside me that is causing this. Inside of you?
Oh, that's oh, 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 God, no, that's God, oh, God, that's nasty. And well, I think they were trying to go for humor. It actually kind of makes sense too, but that's nasty, real nasty. Well, this adventure certainly took an odd turn. I wonder how this is gonna go, but this certainly took a really odd turn at some point. That's the insides of the dragon. And my god, it's so much bigger on the inside. It has a freaking lake in it. What are those? Are those like eels or something? What? Is that? Oh, goodness. What? Well, this episode of the Mystery Magic School Bus took a really strange turn at some point. What is going on? Are those natural creatures that live inside the dragon? That's just like... I have many questions about the biology of this dragon.
Dragon, am I near the source of the problem? No, you must go
lower. This adventure is something really different. What the heck? Okay.
Well, I gotta hand it to you, Rogue One. I never thought
Rogue
you'd get
One.
rid of that stench. Hooray!
Rogue One.
God, we're safe! Hooray! At last we can breathe again.
Everyone, everything's on fire! Okay.
All I have to do is put out these fires.
For the right price, I can tell you how to put out this fire. Fire rhymes with fire! Why, you rotten, dusty bag of germs!
Well, that dragon seems to be really effective as a flamethrower. What? Oh, it's over. Okay, okay. Well, that was a fun little episode. It turned out to be more of a magical school bus episode than an episode of Samurai Jack, but that's completely fine. It just was kind of hilarious how it switched around so much into an adventure inside the dragon, basically. And that dragon was massive. Like, holy hell, I wasn't expecting it to be the size of freaking lakes and just... That it was a wild adventure at the very least, and it certainly was entertaining, so that's kind of fun. And yeah, I certainly did enjoy myself. It did raise quite a lot of questions about the physiologies of dragon, but that's completely fine. I kind of enjoyed that episode. It's pretty fun. Now, a really interesting little point that came up from this episode is how they, instead of going for a futuristic episode, they decided to instead just use the, you know, more traditional fantasy type of setting. And that's fine. That's very much fine. It just, the show allows for them to have such flexibility in the style of episodes that they have. So that's nice. They have done that on many occasions in the past. I just haven't probably pointed it out that much. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a funny episode enough. It's funny enough. Especially the ending. That's pretty hilarious. Kind of tragic, but kind of hilarious at the same time. That's about all I have to say. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope to see you in the future. Have a great day and stay awesome. Can move out. Thank you very much for watching.